Hey, Mikasa Ackerman, after finishing Attack on Titan, I fell deeply in love with you and I want for us to marry.
As if the drama you made with your ex-wife isn't enough. The world was so busy watching you divorced, now you here asking me to marry you. Besides you not being an actor, your whole life is a stupid show.
How can you say that? You know, that people get in line just so they can have my signature.
Do you know that many people think the earth is flat?
What do you mean?
There are enough dumb people to come for a simple signature.
You gotta respect your elders, I'll change into Jack Sparrow mode and tear you apart.
Don't make me laugh. I promise you, whoever you turn to apart, Captain Levi, I will finish you before you have a chance to draw your sword.
You serious?
Try me.
We don't need violence. We are civilized people. We can understand each other with our dialogues.
I heard from Commander Smith that dialogue and talking is covering the true intention of modern people.
What are you talking about? Don't philosopher me. All I want is to marry. If you're agreeing, let's do it.
If you could tell me one reasonable point on why do you want to marry me, I will accept.
Because you're beautiful.
But more beautiful exist.
And also you have fame.
There are others with more fame.
To reproduce.
What?
To reproduce and continue living. And he needs a partner. For that, he likes you.
To like me is not a reasonable answer.
Why were you in love with Eren Yeager? He wasn't rich, and he wasn't that handsome. All that aside, he didn't even love you back.
But he was a good guy.
What do you mean, a good guy? He squashed 80% of humanity like bugs?
Homie, you were such an idiot back in Simpsons. Well, why are you talking like an educated individual?
Shut the door, I'm defending you. Anyway, I'm older than you. Let me tell you my life story about marriage. Maybe it would help.
Go ahead.
Make it quick.
One day, it was night. Monica Bellucci came to me crying and said, "If you don't marry me, I will put a hole in myself." And I said, "You already have a hole. Even if you put another hole in yourself, I will still not marry you." She replied, "Then I will tear myself." I said, "You're not a paper to tear yourself." She said, "Then I will bite you." And I had no choice but to marry her. But one day after lunch, someone knocked the door. When we opened the door, it was Albert Einstein. He cried and said, "I will also tear myself."
Did he also wanted to marry you?
No, dummy.
Then why did he want to tear himself apart?
He said, "I like to try a new experience and be the first man who'd tear himself." But Undertaker heard this and torn himself before him and recorded a name in Guinness Book. The first torn man in history.
Interesting. Continue.
That's all.
How can someone possibly find any help in this story?
It seems that my story was above women understanding.
I admit that was really helpful, but it wasn't about marriage.
Did you forget? The part where me and Monica Bellucci married.
Why aren't you guys together anymore?
Because after 3 days I tore her.
You're so ruthless. How could you tore her?
I did it for her sake, so she can be the first torn woman in history. And have a name in Guinness Book.
Are you sure this story is not made up by you?
Looks like someone else is like to be torn.
No, but is Monica Bellucci torn out?
Yes, of course.
How can you lie like that? Shame on you.
Hey, Monica isn't torn. She's here safe and sound.
She is not the real Monica. She is fake.
Don't play with me. I can see her just fine.
Tell her if she can fly.
Lay Monica, can you fly?
No.
Didn't I tell you she is fake?
You're right. I almost believed her.
Wow, how can that be? How can someone exist with being capable of that much of stupidness?
That's why not that yellow guy is known for being dumb, and the other, he brought a camera to the court so he can show us the drama that he and his wife made. What more do you expect from them?
It looks like you women can't understand, so you want me to come and tear both of you?
Yeah, Homer, go and tear them.
One step is enough to know who's the one who getting torn here.
No one was talking to you. Go away.
But you said women, it mean both of us.
I meant Monica and Johnny Depp.
Idiot!
If you guys don't want to be torn, then subscribe, Mr. Chat, and save yourself.